So this is on trail day number 146. It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2020. I had my hammock up between that tree and that tree last night. I went over there at this nice campsite. It was nice and quiet all night. There was a local owl that started up right after I got everything set up, but he didn't hang around very long. I heard him going off through the woods. But it sure did get cold. I stayed nice and toasty in my hammock, but all my breath over the course of the night condensed and froze to the inside of my tarp. But I woke up early, saw everything was frozen over, and decided to stay in my warm bag. So I'm about to be back on the trail. We're going to see the, I forget the name of it right off, the waterfall. Check that out. And then go visit Trent's Grocery, I think it is. Let's see what kind of food they got. Maybe we can get a burger for lunch. And depending on how long I'm there, will depend where we end the day. The next shelter's just 10 miles from here, but with it being 11:45 and I'm making a pit stop, that may be what we do today. And then hopefully I get cell service. Did not have cell service here. I had service 10 minutes before I got to camp. I text my wife, but nothing here. When I get to cell service, I can check the weather and then plan based off of that. But I think it's supposed to warm up some, and then this weekend it was calling for like a 60% chance of rain and snow. So I'm just kind of playing it day by day. That's probably the campsite there that was in Guthook's small unofficial. But I kind of like the official one I was in. It's a little chilly right now, but it's not cold, so if the clouds would get out of the way and let that big council fire in the sky do its job, it'd be nice and warm by now. Well, I made it to the trail for Dismal Falls. It's 0.3 miles. And I don't really hear it, so. Which, looking in Guthook's, apparently the road, there's a road that's right on the other side of it. So I think I'll add that to my list of things that are easy day trips to come back and see. My wife really likes waterfalls, so I'll come back and see it with her. things work out for this summer, we'll be up in the Virginia area anyway, so we'll be able to do some side trips along the way. I never did see the other campsite that was listed in Got Hooks. There was a place on the left that I could have camped, but I didn't see a fire ring or anything. But it took me about 40 minutes to get this far, which is about what I expected. So I'm happy with where I camped last night. So now I'm on to Trent's Grocery. See if I can't get a hot lunch. Refill my Gatorade. I had about a quarter of a quart of Gatorade left this morning, and it didn't freeze. It turned into a slush, but I had my Nalgene laying on top of my thermarest to put down under my hammock, so that insulated it from the ground. If I'd have had it in the bottle holder of my pack hanging from my hammock, it probably would have froze. It seems things that are at ground level freeze the last, and then the thermarest kind of insulates it from the ground. So I would say temperature-wise, last night was probably the coldest I've had on trail. I've had nights that felt colder due to the wind, but it was definitely in the mid-20s, I would say. My watch is currently not telling me the temperature. Probably because it hasn't updated through my phone, not being connected to the internet. But the last temperature it did give me was 28 degrees, so I'm sure over the course of the night it got colder than that. That's probably the waterfall I hear there, so I've been downhill to it. I hate it that the AT does that. You can go to see this if you want to walk all this extra. I'm almost to the road there, Trent's Grocery. I stopped, had a place that had cell service. I was able to text the wife, check the weather. It's supposed to be good today. Nice and sunny. Got my shirt sleeves up. But tomorrow, Friday, yep, Friday, it's supposed to start raining. And then rain and snow on Saturday. This weather's killing me. So I'm kind of at a dilemma here. There's a hostel on the same road there with the general store. May or may not be open. But I feel like if I go there, I'll lose the rest of the day. And possibly, it's not supposed to start raining until tomorrow afternoon. The next hostel is in 35 miles, trail miles. But they offer slack packing and etc. So I may call them and see where they would pick up from. And maybe get a pickup Friday afternoon. And then slack pack back on Saturday or something. Hiking in the rain's one thing, but hiking in the rain when it's 30-something degrees is another. So, I don't know, the dilemmas of but for right this moment, I'm going to focus on going to the store, getting something to drink that is not water, refilling my Gatorades, and hopefully stumble on a rock. No, hopefully get a good lunch. They said they had a deli with sandwiches and burgers and fries. Somebody commented in there that I'll fix you a burger if you're in the mood. So I don't have my hopes on a burger, but just some food. If it happens to be a burger, that'd be awesome. We shall see what they have when we get there. Then I may make some phone calls and decide what's going on for the next couple of days. I'm back at the trail. That's where I came out. Went that way to Trent's Grocery. Got a cheeseburger and some fries. Refilled my Gatorades. And enjoyed a Mountain Dew and my burger. I'm ready to go now. It's 2:30. It's like 7 more miles. So I'll most likely be dark when I get there, but whatever. It's not supposed to be as cold tonight. It's just in the 30s, so pretty nice bridge. I'm sure it was not built for the AT, but somebody's doing some tree fishing. Got their lure hanging there. It's unintentional. I call it tree fishing, you know, catching trees instead of fish. Like there's a small camp spot here. Right on the bank of the river. Well, we got some uphill to do now. It's not bad. It's like 1,900 feet in the next, between here and the shelter. So, but it's more uphill than we had to do yesterday. I have to start getting used to uphill again. Once I get to Tennessee, got some climbs, I know. I stopped tonight. I stopped at the shelter. I have like 602 miles left to go. That sounds like a lot, but at this point, after almost 1,500 miles, 600 doesn't sound that bad. This is kind of our first view of the day. I just came that way. I come out of the woods and looped around. I'm going to take a short stroll through this field and be back in the woods, I guess. I wish that sun had came out and warmed things up a little bit earlier this morning, but it is what it is. I've been kind of walking on this ridge here for a little while. Got about 2.5 more miles to the Jenny Knob shelter. It's 4:30, so it'll probably be just dark enough to use the headlamp when I get there. It's a bad thing about it getting dark so early. So I checked the weather. It's not supposed to start raining until around 2 tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the 50s again during the day. So since it's not as cold tonight, hopefully I can get up early. I have to set an alarm. And just hike in the rain for a couple hours. Test out those waterproof socks I got with my new shoes. And there's a hostel and 35 trail miles. Depending, I could be there Saturday afternoon. Or Sunday, early Sunday. So rather than try to pay for a shuttle and all that to avoid the rain, because it's only supposed to be like, well, Saturday it's like a 1/4 inch. Friday it's a 1/4 inch. Saturday it's supposed to be rain and a mix of snow. It says 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. If it's raining that hard or snowing that hard, I don't know. I may zero in the woods on that one. I just kind of play it day by day. And then maybe take a day in the hostel. I forget the name of the one that's there. And then push on to oh no, it was just in my head. Damascus. I think I may try to stay at Crazy Larry's in Damascus. Have that and the Broken Fiddle. I don't know which one would be the best one. The Crazy Larry's offers food, so Broken Fiddle might also, I'd have to go back and reread it. I've heard good things about both, so I guess you can't go wrong with either one. And there's supposed to be a view spot not too far up. It's not overgrown, so maybe we'll get one last good view for the day. Here's part of our view, a power line. Not too bad. We should have another one where it's cut out on the other side. Maybe not. A little overgrown. I still have not seen any other hikers. There was 2 at Angel's Rest that came in the night before I left. We were going to take a day and then get to Woods Hold tonight, which is the hostel I stayed the night before last. And I keep being told there's hikers behind me. I think Braids is right behind me, if any of you watch her channel. But I have not seen another hiker. I can tell by the leaves here that somebody or something has been through here, but it's been a day or two. So we'll just see. It may be a lonely 600 miles. One thing for sure, if you're not comfortable with your thoughts, by the time you come do this, you will be, or you'll be crazy. I don't know what category I fit into, but I don't feel crazy, so. I think it's all downhill, and then there's a slide uphill, not very much, to the shelter. So it ought to be a fairly nice cruise into camp. If no one's at the shelter, we'll check it out if it's not too dark. Well, made it to the Jenny shelter. Just your typical shelter. There's a picnic table, a little fire pit. And maybe you can see Privy over there. Some good places over there for a hammock, possibly. So, we'll see. I don't know if you can see the sky there, if it's too dark, but I had to turn the headlamp on when I got to the shelter sign, so perfect timing. And this will be home for the night. And then we'll get started again in the morning. Thanks for following along.